The darkest of night falls around my soul, and the hunter within loses control. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. This demon inside has a hold of me, clenching its power, trying to break free. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Move fast, baby, don't be slow. Step aside, reload, time to go. I can't seem to control all this rage that's inside me. Hold it fast, they've been dancing on this. Branded by fire on the abyss. Red hot temper, I just can't resist all this vengeance inside me. All these thoughts running through my head. I'm on fire, face burning red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. Embrace the darkness that's within me. No hiding in the shadows anymore. When this wickedness consumes me, nothing can save you and there's no way out. I'm a wildfire you won't tame. Not even my temper can put out the flame. There's no way to contain this storm swelling inside me. I'm a bomb you can't defuse. I would just accept you're going to lose. Can't turn down, I refuse to hold back anymore. All these voices inside of my head, blinding my sight in a curtain of red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. When all night dance, it's not over. We ride through to get closer. Like a silver bullet piercing through. I throw myself into you.
Konnichiwa, minasan, and yokoso to the Sephiroth Sword 57 stream, Fighting Streamers 2, single player. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. How are you swordlings doing? Yes, what you just heard was my cover of the song Devil Trigger. You can go and listen on it on YouTube if you want. Konbanwa, welcome. Yes, I'm streaming right now because I'm supposed to be sleeping, but I was just I couldn't sleep, so I went to do some Japanese martial arts, and that didn't help me get any more tired. So I decided I will do a quick little stream. It's been a while since I streamed. So yes. It's a very good cover. Yes, well, the song itself, the original, is amazing and super sugai. And from one of the best action games of all time. So, of course, it's going to be amazing. Yes, yes, Dizzy-san, I did see it. Yes, I've been keeping an eye on that for quite a long time, and wow. Did you Swordling see the guest characters? It's going to be amazing. I I'm really excited for the collab. They have all the best characters. Yes, Persona 5 and of course Ichiban from Ryuga Gotoku 7 and 8 specifically. And of course we have Hatsune Miku as well. I don't think it can imagine how Nintendo feels right now. And their little baby game they just released, which I'm not even going to go into detail about because it's so insignificant in comparison. They should have Sephiroth Sword 57 from hit 90s anime Punch Punch Forever as a guest character. That would be interesting. I would definitely let Sega use my my likeness in a video game. That would be amazing. And the same goes for you, Square Enix, or any other Japanese company that isn't Nintendo or From Software. You can use my likeness in your games. Oh, me, Seruri-kun, and Dizzy-san own and moderate your Discord fan server. Oh, naruhodo. Well, good job to all of you. There's a lot of swordlings in there. Now, who is the actual owner of the server there? Is it all three of you? Well, first off, hold on, how does this work? Okay, this is strange. Let's go on here instead. I will be talking about a few things today. Nothing super exciting, but there's some pretty sugoi stuff to talk about. Hold on. Did Dave get a Switch too? I don't know, and I wouldn't even ask him either. I don't really care. He still has his... Oh, actually, it should be... Yes, over here. He's still this garbage that he lent me for a review, which hasn't been powered on since I reviewed Doom years ago. He still hasn't asked for it back, and now it's here. I use it as a paperweight, actually. So yes, that's how useful that garbage is. But I'm glad that I kept him from playing it, at least. He didn't even seem to care about it to begin with. Okay, so I'm actually going to see if I can... Yes, I'm going to mod you here, because I can trust you, swordlings. Let's see here. Mod? Yes. So all three of you on that Discord server, you have now been given mod status on my streams here on Twitch. Now, you don't need to, you don't have to do any job or anything here, but it's just... I know I can trust you, swordlings. And also, we don't have a lot of mods here to begin with, so it's that would be good. So if you see any baka in chat, you can just you can get rid of them. There's usually at least one insect, insignificant Westerner who's trying to start things in chat. Usually once every stream. Although I don't think there has been one for a while now, which is great. I haven't streamed that much, but daijoubu, my swordlings, I will get back to streaming consistently, in that I will be streaming at least once every month once I come back on YouTube, which, by the way, I am currently working on the next video going up on YouTube. And it's going to be great. Or should I say super sugai. Oh, and speaking of YouTube, now I can talk about this. Hold on. Okay, my swordlings. So, on the YouTube channel, last year, I think a lot of you remember that last year, during a stream in January, I reached 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, the Seph-sama Sword 57 YouTube channel. However, I looked at it recently and check this out, my swordlings. Oh, whoops. I must have put that in there. It's there. That's the one. I don't know. That one should have been in the Okayu folder. I don't know why it showed up here. Anyway, my swordlings, we're getting close to 20,000 subscribers on the Seph-sama Sword 57 YouTube channel. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it's been a little more than a year since we reached 10,000 subscribers. Just to put into perspective for you swordlings, it took 10 years for me to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it took less than 2 years to reach 20,000. This is amazing. This is truly subarashi. And I want to thank all of you swordlings who have been supporting me this past year. A lot of things have happened. And when I go back to making YouTube videos again, which it hasn't been consistent in a while, because I've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. 1 million subscribers soon. Yes, I'm aiming for the end of the year. Would be great. My swordlings, let's reach for 1 million subscribers on the Seph-sama Sword 57 YouTube channel by the end of the year. Now, of course, there needs to be new videos coming out, and I have a lot of things planned, but I don't want to spoil it for you swordlings. But I can say that it will be the type of content that you're used to, where I talk about video games and Japanese culture, and of course, cover songs. Yes, those are all coming soon. I can't say a date yet, but it is soon. And the current video I'm working on, I'm really excited for. Is the podcast coming back? Yes, the podcast is also coming back. I actually have a few guests lined up for when I will be doing them. Well, so here's the thing. I didn't want to release or record any podcast before I actually upload a new video. I don't want there to be just podcasts on the channel for a long time. I want the podcast episodes to be in between the bigger episodes that I'm working on. In the Seph-sama Sword 57 show, or some other big project I'm working on, or a cover song. I want there to be videos in between. And the podcast episodes is supposed to be something that you can watch and enjoy while you wait for the big ones to come out. And while that's going on, I'm also gonna be doing the short content, the smaller videos. Those are not the things I'm focusing on too much, but they are very important because I want to spread Japanese culture, like with the Japanese lessons of the week. They're very important, but I can't really go into much details in those videos since they need to be short. Ayumi-chan, welcome. Welcome to the Seph Sword 57 Twitch channel. Or Seph Sword 57 actually. Yes, did you see that? It's amazing. Oh, I'm really excited for that. Yes, they have Miku-chan in it. I can't wait. It's just so great to see how Sega once again beating Nintendo, as it should be. Maybe we'll see soon. Maybe they will reveal. Well, Sega in general, my swordlings, are doing really well right now. I mean, all the Atlus games, since Sega is now, or Atlus is now part of Sega, all the Atlus games are doing great. Sega games in general, the new Sonic games, new Virtual Fighter, the new Virtual Fighter, my swordlings. I am really excited. Yes, exactly. No, don't buy the Switch 2. It's don't support Nintendo. But since Sega is doing so well, I know that we can expect the Dreamcast 2 to be announced soon. I think it's time for Sega to come back to the console business with a console that actually matters. I'd rather burn my money than buy the Switch 2. I would rather do that too. But realistically, I would use that money to buy JRPGs to play instead. Opinions on the new Yakuza game. I believe you mean Ryuga Gotoku? The new one. Are you talking about Ryuga Gotoku 8? That's been out for quite a while. Stranger Than Heaven. Oh, okay, yes, that's not a Ryuga Gotoku game. That's a new IP. It is by the same studio now. But it looks amazing. Of course, we can expect greatness from that studio, since they've always made great games. So, yes, that looks great. There isn't anything bad to say. Let me read up on chat. Seph-sama, since your last stream, I have finished Persona 5 Royal and started Persona 3 Reload. It is so sugoi. Great. Now you're playing some good masterpieces there. That's amazing. Are you gonna play the new Metal Gear Solid now that Kojima is not working on Metal Gear anymore? Isn't it just Metal Gear Solid 3? I've already played that. But I am glad that Kojima is no longer involved, and that Konami fired him like they should have a long time ago. Well, it's been a long time ago now, but they should have done it earlier. The evil has been defeated, yes. And now Kojima is desperately trying to show his that game where he only shows a bunch of insignificant Westerners that he has become friends with. you know that Kojima, I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but he's going to be betrayed by all those Westerners that has around him. And then he's gonna come back to Japanese culture and hopefully apologize for what he's done and create good games again. I can't guarantee that's going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping will happen. Is Resident Evil / Capcom Sugoi or Bak? Why would it be Bak? It's Japanese. Made by Japanese people. Capcom is super Sugoi. I've said it before, the only ones you should never trust. Of course, Kojima you should never trust as well. But Nintendo and From Software goes in the trash immediately. Never play their games or support them. They hate Japanese culture. So, yes. I feel bad for the VTuber Kojima is holding hostage in his new game. I did see that Usada Pekora is being... Yes, Pekora-san is being... I don't know what happened. Probably Kojima used his new Western traits that he got from Western culture to manipulate the poor Japanese people into doing what he says. This absolutely disgusting. I will never trust that person unless he apologizes once he realizes. Koro-san would never. No, she would not. She would probably see through Kojima's evil tricks immediately. Kojima has been ripping off American media, says the MSX. Snake is just Rambo. Yes, he has been. It's true. He has been disguising his games with Western culture. Also, Kenny-kun, welcome back. It's great to see you. I did recognize your voice in the new episode of Punch Forever, which, by the way, my swordlings, he's in there. He's in that. Kenny-kun. But yes, it's true. Kojima has been... Well, he made games that used Japanese game design, and he had a lot of cool Japanese themes in his games. Back in the day, they were slowly being phased out, and by Metal Gear Solid 3, it was unrecognizable as a Japanese game, and it just looked like a Call of Duty game, pretty much. Very scary that he's trying to infiltrate the fan base and try to make them Western. Yes, the signs were there early in those early games, definitely. Oh, by the way, speaking of, I didn't even talk about it. My swordlings, you need to go and watch the new episode of Punch Forever. By Speedoru Dono. Go and watch it. Oh, Ai-chan, is that the episode? Yes, it's. Let's see. I will need to read up on chat. Seph-sama, can you wish my friend Tamuru Tariku a happy birthday? He loves your content on TikTok, and me and him are going to visit Japan this year. Very sugoi. Definitely sugoi. I hope that you enjoy it. And also, Tamuru Tariku-kun, お誕生日おめでとうございます to you. And I hope that you have a super sugoi birthday. And enjoy your time in Japan, the best country in the world. I can't wait to see Cloud and Chrono in the new video. I'm glad. Yes, Cloud and Chrono will return in the new Sephiroth Sword 57 video. Let's see. Let's see. I need to. I missed a lot of messages. Gomenasai. Oh. Neko-chan. Konbanwa sensei. Ayumi-chan has led me to your channel to absorb your wisdom. Do you believe she has not seen your has not seen your appearance in Punch Punch Forever yet? Oh, Ayumi-chan, you should watch it. But yokoso, Neko-chan. Silent Hill F. Is it Sugoi or Baka? Oh, are you talking about the new one that's coming out? That one looks super Sugoi. If you haven't seen it, it has a Japanese theme. And that's amazing. I don't know much about it because I've been so busy. My swordlings, you might be wondering, Seph-sama, you haven't made much content on YouTube or anything. You haven't made a lot of content. But the reason why, my swordlings, is that I've been very busy. And I'm sure that you can understand that life can get pretty busy sometime. And I have been enjoying going back and playing some Sugoi classic JRPGs from the golden era, as well as started reading Naruto from the beginning again. So yes, I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to make videos. But I am back to making videos now, so Kuru Roboto-kun. It's also my birthday today. I've been living here in Japan, specifically Yokohama, for a little over a year now. Is there anything you think I should do for my birthday? Well, first off, Kuru Roboto-kun. O tanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu to you. You should get some sugoi ramen for your birthday. I hope you're enjoying your birthday in the glorious country of Nihon, Japan. Oh, I wish I could go back to Japan. It's been way too long now, my swordlings. Next year it will be 10 years since I went to Japan. Can you believe it's been that long? Oh, well, I need to go back there soon. And I definitely will be making a video when I'm there. I'm hoping maybe next time I go, I could maybe take someone with me. I'll see what Joachim has planned. If maybe Joachim can come and help out with well, first off, enjoy Japanese culture, but also help out making videos. Take a cute, kawaii anime female with you. Well, they don't really exist here, so that won't really work. We should run a GoFundMe for Seph's journey back to Japan. That would be, well, that is an idea that I've actually gotten people telling me that I should do that, but I do want to pay to return to my country myself, and I don't want swordlings to pay for my stuff. But maybe in the future that might be something I would do. But for now, I will be focusing on content, and it would be great if you swordlings can watch my stuff and also share them with your nakama. Ah, Japan, the land of the blue hedgehog. I feel sugoi just thinking about that country. Yes, I do too. It's every time I'm in a bad mood or something baka happens at work, I usually always think, oh, well, I only need to think about Japanese culture and media, and I immediately feel better. Imagine if Japan didn't exist, my swordlings. I think the rest of the world would be so depressed if that was the case. I can tell you now, my swordlings, I'm not sure if I would be making videos if it wasn't for Japan and anime and JRPGs back in 2017. And that was a very hard year for me. I talked about this many times before, but that was the year I didn't upload any videos at all. And I didn't make any content for a whole year. And that was because it was so many bad things happened that year. Specifically, Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch, and then some garbage Zelda game won Game of the Year instead of Persona 5 like it should be. But what can you do? It's been many years now. And everyone knows that Persona 5 is better than that Switch Zelda game anyway, so... My friend keeps asking me to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Gomenasai, DC-san, but you need to stop talking to that person. They are dangerous. You cannot let a person like that be around you. They will try to manipulate you into consuming inferior Western media and ruin your mind. I suggest that you unfriend that person. That doesn't sound like a friend to me. I mean, come on, my sorties. Would you, if you had a friend that told you to drink poison or do anything else harmful to yourself, would you call them a friend? I don't think you would. Nintendo genuinely sucks so much. We need to bankrupt them. I agree. There isn't really much you can do to help Nintendo. Unfortunately, there's no fixing that company. It's rotten from the ground up. How do you feel about Nintendo having their museum in the beautiful historic city of Kyoto? It is disgraceful. It's awful how they... but Nintendo has such a grip on Japan because of their connection to the Yakuza. So the Yakuza, they threaten people, and of course they have deep connection with the West as well. And they... you do know what... there is something called the Nintendo of America, and you do know what America did. They could easily do what they did again, and they wouldn't have any issues with that. So they're gonna threaten Japan over and over to do what they want, like putting a Nintendo museum in Kyoto. It's... well, I don't want to think about this stuff. Seph-sensei, this young new swordling would like to know, what are your thoughts on sugoi Japanese visual novels, such as Umineko? Oh, yes, visual novels are amazing. I actually played Higurashi many years ago, the first version. And I believe there was a translation at the time, which I didn't understand that it wasn't something I would have bought it with my hard-earned yen. But unfortunately, at the time, I was very young and I didn't understand, and I believe there was some kind of translation for it that I played, and I downloaded the game and played it. Years later, I found out that it was actually it was an illegal download, and I felt so bad. But nowadays, I will never do that kind of stuff. But yes, visual novels are amazing, and you swordlings should go out and play. There's a lot of great ones, like Umineko, like you mentioned, and Higurashi, and there's many more. But I could just list off a bunch. But Feitos Te Naito. Do I need to say more? Only Westerners would illegally download things. It's true. And I unfortunately was a Westerner back then. Now I am spiritually Japanese, so I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I do not condone illegal criminal activities. So yes, never do. Remember, my swordlings, you should always buy the stuff. I know that Westerners like to be criminals all the time. They like to steal stuff. Whether it's digital, on the internet, or if it's physical things. They like stealing stuff, and they normalize it in the West. In Japan, you will be put on trial and be thrown in prison if you do things like that. I know there's probably a lot of people that are new to Japanese culture that might not understand that being a criminal is a bad thing. It's because they play GTA games that they think it's okay to steal things. Yes, and games, evil criminal games like the Grand Theft Auto games, make people into murderers and criminals. Disgusting. The fact that that company is even legally allowed to make games when they should be locked up instead, it's insane. Ah, yes, tokusatsu. Now, that is a good question. I've gotten this question before. And I have consumed some Zubato. I have consumed a little bit of, which is a very, well, it wasn't a super popular tokusatsu, but I have watched a little bit of that, and I haven't really digged into that genre. Unfortunately, it's one genre of Japanese culture I actually have not consumed a lot of, unless there's some anime that covers it. Zubato, yes, that one is really cool. It's very old too. Yes, I'm glad you know about it. I've talked to some tokusatsu people, and they don't. Some of them people I've talked to haven't heard of it at all. Is it possible through years of training to cut someone's head off with one slice of the hand? Well, I have not seen it, but with enough precision and strength, you can do it. Remember, your hand can become a blade if you train hard enough in the dojo, my swordlings. The Showa era of tokusatsu are really charming. I recommend it. Absolutely, I agree. Now, new tokusatsu I have not actually consumed a lot of at all. But I should. I would like to do that. Sensei, do you like Tokyo Ghoul? I recently finished reading the manga and loved it. Yes, it is amazing. I have not finished it though. I read quite a bit of it. Many years ago actually. It's been quite a few years since I last read it. Seph-sensei, the author of Higurashi, is doing the new Silent Hill game. Yes, we talked about it earlier. Yes, I don't think I mentioned it. Yes, it is the same author of Higurashi that is doing Silent Hill F. That's why you sorting should keep an eye out on that one. Yes, yes, keep messages here in English so that the swordlings in chat can understand. Sensei, are you excited for the Persona 4 remake, or would you rather have had Persona 6 announced? Have had. Okay, yes. Well, it would have been great to have Persona 6, of course. But since Persona 4 is Super Sugai, and so is Persona 4 Golden, I am very excited for the remake. It's been a while since I played through Golden, so... It was when I got it for my PlayStation Vita, many years ago. So I am, yes, I am excited. Any Persona is good, in my book. So, but yes, a Persona 6 needs to be announced. Hopefully next year they will announce it. Recently played and beat Golden. It is a fantastic game, probably my favorite in the series. Yes, that's yes, for me I like Persona 5 the most. And Futaba is my favorite female so in that game. But yes, Persona 4 remake, wow. Yes, you sort of can look forward to that as well. Was there something else I was supposed to talk about? I don't think so. I think I went over all the stuff that I talked about. Well, I guess I'll we'll see. Are Persona 1 and 2 worth playing? Absolutely. I played Persona 1 back in the day. Oh, now I actually forgot. Was it Joachim or me that bought that? I think it might have been... I got a copy of it as well, but I think Joachim bought it first. Oh, it's escaping me right now, but back in the day, me and my good friend Joachim, we played a lot of PS1 JRPGs. And instead of us both getting the same game, we instead bought games that the other one didn't buy, so that we could switch games and play them. That way we could enjoy a huge catalog of JRPGs for the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. And at some point, if I liked the game enough, I would of course buy them, which was most of the JRPGs actually. So, but yes, Persona 1 and 2, both versions of 2 are worth playing. Definitely. Will Joachim be in any of the new videos? Yes, I can confirm that. I actually have... Well, he doesn't know about it yet. But I have plans for him to be in videos. So... Yes, Joachim will show up in the future, my swordlings, definitely. Is there anything more sad than a filthy gaijin solo leveling winning... than filthy gaijin solo leveling winning anime of the year over Sugai true Japanese anime such as Furiren or Dungeon Meshi? Yes, it is unfortunate. I was hoping that Furiren would win, personally. Yes, now, solo leveling is pretty sugoi. But let's be honest here. They were bought by the Korean government so that it would win. Because Koreans are obsessed with just winning over Japan. Instead of accepting Japan's superiority, they desperately try and be like Japan and then pretend that they are better. Very strange behavior. And that's obviously what happened. And what is weird is that it's solo leveling is made in Japan. Probably because they don't have the talent in Korea. But well, that's how it is. I love it when Joachim, oh, it's played with a J, Joachim, gets pranked in the videos. Yes, that was really funny. Unfortunately, I can't. He's very boring. He won't. He for some reason he got angry that one time, and now I can't really joke with him on the same way. I can't do the same type of pranks anymore. I think he was being a baby, but oh well. Seph Sensei, are you a Dragon Ball fan? How was your reaction upon the author's passing? I went over it. Obviously, anyone who is not a Dragon Ball fan is not someone that you should be acquainted with at all. Because Dragon Ball is so important to Japanese culture and media. And it is amazing. And of course, Toriyama Sensei's passing, I've talked about it many times. And I still haven't gotten over it. It's some. I don't know if I'll ever be able to move on from. But his legacy lives on through the Japanese and me, and I will be using that energy towards the Sephiroth Sword 57 show and Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden, so that he will never be forgotten. If I had the Dragon Balls, I would wish for the world to be more like Japan. Yes, that is a good one. Where's the music? Yes, keep playing. That's actually a very good one. If the rest of the world was like Japan, there would be no more crimes in the world. Because as we know, Japanese people don't commit crimes, and it would be really low. I am. That is something I want to do. That's my job, though, as well, my swordlings. My purpose is to teach the West about the superior culture of Japan and how we can improve ourselves through Japanese culture. And I know there's a lot of people out there that don't even know that Japan is superior to their country, and they're believed to think that Japan is just some random country from the East. It's well, those people are being conditioned to think that way, so we shouldn't think ill of someone before we actually tell them the truth. I just wish the globe was one big Japan and everyone was as sugoi as the Japanese citizen. Yes, that would be amazing. Seph-sama, my Fender bass was made in Japan and is the best bass I've ever played. How funny that Japan makes a bass for an American company and outdoes them. Yes, that's with everything. That is because Westerners, they are not dedicated and have no passion for things. They only care about making money. Which is why they don't have any people like... If you go to Japan, my swordlings, you will find someone who specializes in everything. You will find the best items ever in Japan. You will definitely find someone who is an amazing chef, and they've been doing it their entire life and perfecting it. You will find an 80-year-old Japanese man who's been crafting sturdy ropes their entire life, and those are the best things you've ever seen in your life. Things like that doesn't happen in the West because they don't care. The only thing Westerners is passionate about, like I said, is money and being lazy. That's it. Nothing else. Of course, you see people that are passionate. It's because they have consumed Japanese culture, and so they have had a spiritual awakening, and so they have some people like me who grew up with JRPGs and Japanese culture around them, they will have been exposed to superior Japanese culture early in their life, and they will find passion in things. Some people aren't as lucky. Maybe they have to watch some boring Western TV show when they grow up instead of anime, for example, or just some random cartoon from the West. That it's very sad that there are people that don't get to grow up with good things in their life. Oh, well, I love to watch YouTube shorts watching Japanese artisans and chefs. Yes, there's a lot of good ones there. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube videos from Japan because mostly I've seen most things from Japan. It's very rare for me to see something new. I always keep track of new stuff that's happening. But it's been a while since I didn't watch something like that. There's a lot more quality control too with Japanese products. Definitely, yes. Hello Seph-sama, excellent work in your appearance in Punch Punch Forever, Episode 3. Arigatou gozaimashita, Pingo-kun. Yes, that was a lot of fun to be part of. Now let's see how far. Okay, we've been going for about an hour. We can go for a bit longer. Oh yes, my swordlings, I have a new emote, by the way. Although that one is because I had a slot open and I just had that one ready. So I thought I might as well put that in there. I have a friend called Yuriko, and she is a Baka Westerner, and I want to make them more Japanese-minded. How can I start this? Well, Yuriko is a Japanese name. That's very strange. They should like Japanese culture. Oh well. Seph-sama has the best emotes out of all the streamers. Well, arigatou gozaimashita, Ai-chan. yes, I do want to work on. There's more emotes I want. I have more slots, but I don't know what to put in there. The animated ones. And I want to do that before I make my big return on to YouTube. Which, yes, oh, I can talk about that. Streaming. So, my swordlings. I want to tell you right now, this will be an exclusive just for you to hear about. But I will be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. I will be, what do they call it? Dual streaming? I don't know what the term for it is, but I will be streaming on both platforms at the same time. A lot of people do that. Now, here is the thing. YouTube has changed their system a lot on YouTube when it comes to streaming. Simulcasting? Is that what it's called? Okay, simulcasting. Yes, I will be doing that. And here is the thing. I was streaming for a bit on the Sephiroth Sword 57 Purasu channel. But I think I will be streaming on this channel and on the main Sephiroth Sword 57 channel when I come back. Because YouTube has improved since last time. Last time when I was streaming on the Sephiroth Sword 57 Purasu channel, I believe they didn't even have a one of those, what are they called? A panel or whatever it's called, just for live streams. So they were in the same category as normal videos, and it was really messy back then. But they have fixed that. And also it doesn't mess with your channel's algorithm either if you'd stream. And since I'm only gonna be streaming about once every month, I don't think it matters anyway. Yes, my swordlings, you should subscribe to the Sephiroth Sword 57 YouTube channel if you haven't. That is where I make my main videos. Now, there might be some swordlings watching this right now who actually haven't been to my YouTube channel, even though that is my main content. That's where I started off. And I have been making content for the past almost 11 years now. Yes, in August it will be 11 years I'll be making content. Time sure flies fast. But I'm still making content, and I will still do it. I love the Tears of the Kingdom review. That's amazing, Teruri-kun. Yes, I really like that one as well. I had a lot of fun with that one. Wow, 11 years. Yes, Tenton-kun. It's been a long time. Now, I would suggest for those of you who haven't seen my YouTube videos that you go and check out the Sephiroth Sword 57 show, which is my video game review show. That one is amazing, and my magnum opus. My personal favorite are the San Andreas videos. Oh yes, that is a duology. I think that's the term the Westerners use for duology. Yes, it's two videos. That one is that's a fun arc. And yes, there will be more review type videos coming out. While not specifically reviews in a sense of a specific game or anything, they will be in the same, they will be similar. And I know that you swordlings are going to enjoy it. Is Seph Daddy 57 still trapped in San Andreas? Well, I guess you swordlings have to wait and see. I won't be saying any more than that. But as you probably can have guessed, Seph Daddy 57 will return. It's just too it's just a great villain to have such an evil person in the show. So it would be a waste to not have him return. I like when you give unbiased reviews on baka Nintendo games, showing how bad they are. Yes, that's and I still get a lot of okay, I can talk about this one because I have talked about making this video for a long time. A dedicated Nintendo video. Now I'm not gonna go into details, but I've been wanting to make a video so that people stop asking me why I dislike Nintendo. That way I have a video ready, so when people ask why I dislike Nintendo because they think that Nintendo is Japanese, I can just send them the video and they can see the objective truth of Nintendo. And you, Swordlings, can also send it to Nintendo fans when that video is out, so to show them how bad Nintendo really is. When you cured Joachim of his yokais was also super sugoi. Yes, I'm glad I was able to do that for Joachim. I'll make sure to help Joachim out. And well, I'm looking forward. It's been a little while since I talked to Joachim, actually. So he's pretty busy as well. So we'll see. Maybe we can get something done. Well, there will definitely be more videos with Joachim in the future. It just depends on when he has the time. But yes, my Swordlings. How many? What's the time right now? Oh. Well, I can keep going for a little bit longer. Now this stream is not going to be very long. That's what happens with these guerrilla streams. They're short and they're not planned out really. I typically only stream between 2 to 3 hours anyway. But for this is typically they never go above 2 hours, these streams. I will keep going for a little bit longer. If you Swordlings have any questions that I can go through. You can ask those questions now if you want. If anything is on your mind. I might have actually missed something too. What is your favorite Ys game? Well, for me, it is Ys 6 for the PlayStation 2. That one is really amazing. I played that game many times. I also played Oath in Felghana, which is on the PSP. That one is really great as well. Oh, but there's also Ys 7 for the PSP. Oh, those are all really good. And there's also Ys 8. Oh, well, I have great memories with Ys 6. That was my first Ys game, actually. And it's great. Have you Swordlings played the Ys games, by the way? I know some people have actually not... That's my favorite too, no joke. I love Ys 6. Oh, really? That's amazing. Yes, that's a great... It's a great one. And the setting is really good too. And of course, great music as always. That series has amazing music. You hear it right now. This is Ys music. It came on right now. It's pretty low though, but... I keep seeing this For Honor game that is stealing Japanese culture and butchering it. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of Western games. It's like that Ghost game that where they stole from Japan as well. A bunch of Westerners think that they can portray Japanese culture. But all they do is steal from Japanese culture and put their filthy Western game design in there, making it lame. So in reality, it's almost like they're making fun of Japanese culture by putting that filthy game design in there. I think it should be, if you're going to portray another country's culture, if you're not from that culture, you need to make sure that you have Japanese people and real Japanese people from Japan be with you so that you can make it, and they will tell you when you're doing something wrong. Seph-sama, do you like Jet Set Radio? Of course I do. Yes, I played that a lot on Dreamcast. That was amazing. And they're making a new one, right? Yes, Sega, like I've said, Sega is just, they're doing great right now. Oh! Boned-san. Boned-to-sono-san. ありがとうございました for the raid. And yokoso, everyone, and welcome to the Sephiroth Sword 57 stream. Sephiroth Sword 57, it is called Fighting Streamers 2, single player. This is our first raid in a very long time. Wow. Yes, I hope that you had a super sugoi stream. Naruto. Okay. Yes. I think that's a misspelling. Yes. Welcome. I do love Naruto. Naruto is actually my favorite manga of all time. But it is also the best one, objectively speaking. I've talked about this many times before. I think a lot of you swordlings have also accepted this mentality as well. That you have to separate what you like and what is objectively good. I think a lot of Westerners they say something is bad because they don't like it, and that is completely baka. That's how a moron approaches things. You should always have a critical eye for things, and you can maybe be like, I don't like this thing, but I can recognize that this is amazing, and I just have bad tastes. And that needs to be said. And it goes the other way around too. There's a lot of people out there that like that game, Red Dead Redemption 2. And you can say you like it, but you have to accept that it's a terrible baka game, badly designed by Westerners, and by that criminal company, Rockstar Games. Bleach is so boring. You know who also is boring? You. I hope you enjoy being banned. You filthy gaijin. You do not come in here and say that Japanese culture and media is bad. Yes, people need. I will not tolerate this kind of behavior in here. Calling one of the big three boring, baka taste. Absolutely, that's just insane, right there. Are people really trying to ruin the stream by saying that Bleach is boring? No, it was just one person. All of you here know that it's amazing. I will follow rules and say that Redo of Healer is art. Absolutely. The West has gone too far. Yes. I love Bleach. Good. Yes, I've also read a lot of Bleach, and it is my second favorite manga of all time. And, of course, there's also Dragon Ball and Hokuto no Ken, which I know some of you swordlings know that was one of my first anime I have ever watched. And even back then, when I watched Hokuto no Ken, I didn't even know that it was Japanese, because I was too small to understand. All I knew is that it wasn't things I've seen on TV before, and that it was had a very interesting style. And that was at the point where I realized, wow, all these garbage cartoons that are coming from America are so boring. All this Disney stuff, these baby things, where they do a bunch of dumb stuff, and there's songs and singing. And then you have Hokuto no Ken, which has a realistic setting, and there's a lot of violence and cool fighting moves. And as a how old was I back then? I believe I was 5 or 6 years old. I thought, wow, okay, well, there's no way I'm going to watch that useless and boring Disney stuff. This is much better. And I could never enjoy any Western cartoons after that. Not that I really did before. I didn't really gravitate towards that stuff at all. Hokuto no Ken's intro is so cool, I can't stop listening to it. Yes, I will Toromotose. It is one of my favorite songs. I have a friend called Didi. They said that anime is a cartoon. I had to strike them down with my Shadow Katana. Well, I don't know. I think you should have just told them that they are completely wrong. But oh, Yo Sumo-san, arigatou gozaimashita for the Twitch Prime. Arigato. Did you cosplay something or own outfit? No, I actually don't do cosplays. I do recognize that cosplay is an incredible art, but I just like being myself, which is why I don't really do cosplays. Hold on, I think I missed some message here. Oh yes, Spekku-kun said something about For Honor. For Honor is baka because a samurai would obliterate a knight or a Viking in combat without question. Making a game where the knight or a Viking could win that battle is too unrealistic and just a waste of time. Okay, so I see. So it's kind of some kind of versus game. Yes, Westerners think that any Westerner throughout history would have a chance against the powerful and honorable samurai. We all know that the katana is one of the most powerful weapons to ever exist. And a lot of baka Westerners don't understand that it's not just the physical that matters. Of course, the katana is well made because it takes a long time and a very skillful swordsmith to make the katana. But also, when they make it, they imbue their spiritual soul into what they're making. And that creates the key that gets gets distributed throughout the blade. And that's why the katana is so strong. it pretty much has its own soul. And why they're so important to the samurai, and was only used in close quarter combat. Because they had to treat the katana like it was an extension of their body. It was very important to them. That's why they all get names as well. They get their own name. Guts prefer great long swords. Well, they don't really work in reality, but they are cool in anime and manga. But let's be real. In reality, they would not stand a chance against a powerful katana. A same with a Buster Sword. Now that would probably be very powerful because it would be made by a Japanese person. So. Technically, let's say a Japanese person creates a Western-style sword, then it would be very powerful. It would be just as powerful as a katana if they made some adjustments to the designs, because a katana is meant to cut, while Western swords are typically just slabs of iron that they slap each other with, and they're not very effective at all. Which is why they make them so heavy. So instead of actually piercing people, you mostly crush them. They're pretty much useless. I'm sure Guts would choose a Dai Katana if he had the choice. I think so too. Seph-sensei, what is your favorite manga? I talked about Naruto earlier, and that is my favorite manga of all time. And it's objectively the best one as well. A true samurai and his katana fused together in perfect harmony. Exactly. I do find it very strange every time Westerners talk about... There's some... Okay, let me just talk about this real quick. There's been this weird trend. I've seen it on X a lot, where people, Westerners typically, they talk about things that happen in Japan, and they say, oh no, a crime happened in Japan. There was a... and they use that as some kind of ammunition why Japanese culture is bad. They say, oh no, a crime happened, and every time, it's always a gaijin who commits crimes. And they say that it's Japan. These completely useless, daft Westerners who keep, they need to admit that they are racist and they hate Japanese people, instead of trying desperately to find bad things about Japan that doesn't exist. And it is disgusting. Just admit. They need to admit that they hate Japanese people and Japanese culture because they're racist. And it's I don't know. It's a trend where they try desperately to find bad things to say. I know there was there was well, I don't think I can talk about that, but there, let's just say, there were some American Marines that did something awful to a high school girl, and the fact that a Marine would do that, the fact that Westerners let people like that join the army is disgusting. They just let that people in, criminals, people that are they're not human, they're subhumans essentially, and they let them join the army. What is wrong? What is wrong? There's something wrong with that. And then they let them commit crimes in Japan against Japanese people. I think Westerners, they desperately need to check up on the background of every people that enter Japan so that they make sure that they're not criminals or have done criminal things in the past. That way, this won't happen. Seph-sensei, have you ever read or watched anything made by Junji Ito? No. And gomen aside, do not get me wrong. Ito-san is amazing. An amazing artist. And an amazing horror writer. But I can't consume that type of media because it's too scary. I can't do it. It's the same with horror games and horror movies. I can't. My swordlings. And that's just that. And this is it's not that I dislike it. I just get too scared. I typically I can see the craftsmanship and the game design and the writing, and I can understand, and I know it's good. But I can't consume it, unfortunately. And the same goes actually for those that are very depressing, stories that are depressing, like Basaku. I've tried reading, but it gets so depressing. And I think I do think that Miura Sensei could have put in some more lighthearted things in there. A good story needs their serious moments, but also comedy in there to make it funny at times. And I think that's what he should have done. Please tell me your brother Dave did not buy a Switch too. I already got this. Snake-kun. I've gotten this question before. I don't know. I don't know if he has gotten one of those. I don't really. It's been a long time since I talked to Dave. Actually, we don't keep in contact as much anymore. So I don't know if he bought one. Well, he never wanted his old Switch back, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's very strange. He bought the Nintendo Switch, the original one, and since I wanted to review a Switch game, I was able to borrow his Nintendo Switch right here, which I still have here. It hasn't been turned on in years. Destroy it. Well, I can't do that because I know that Dave is going to somehow tell me that I need to pay him or something. I don't know. And maybe I need to review some Nintendo game in the future to tell how bad it is. And I do not want to give Nintendo money or buy anything. Absolutely not. Is Castlevania worth trying, or is it baka? Castlevania is amazing, and you should definitely play Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation 1. However, do not touch that filthy Netflix series cartoon made by Westerners. That is awful and disgusting. Westerners always steal from Japan, and they make awful content out of it. And do not get me started on Devil May Cry and what that Baka Gaijin did to it. I'm not gonna talk about that. Gomen nasai, my swordlings. I'm getting a little upset thinking about these people that try to ruin Japanese culture. Megan Thee Stallion is making an anime. I don't know who that is. I've never heard. Are they even Japanese? If they were Japanese, I would have heard of it. That doesn't sound right. Switch 2 has one Baka game out. Well, yes, if you can consider that a game, that is. No, she's not. She's a... Okay, so it's not an anime. Why do people call anime things that aren't anime? I don't understand. I guess either there's two reasons why. Or maybe it's both of them. But either they're too ashamed of calling it a cartoon or Western animation. So they need to use anime because they know that people will actually respect it or try to respect it. So they use that as a way to make people watch their thing. And second, they use Japanese culture to make money as well, right there. Abusing Japanese culture and using Japanese terminology, that's disgusting. It happens all the time. It's because the word anime has earned a lot of value and respect. Yes, that is true. But Westerners shouldn't be stealing it from Japan. Just like they shouldn't steal, that Ghost. What is the game? Ghost of Tsushima. That filthy game made by Westerners. They should not steal from Japanese culture. Where's the music? Keep playing. There we go. Well, my swordlings, we are getting to the end of the stream. Do you have any questions before we end it? It's almost 5 a.m. Time sure flies. It was fun to catch up. What can I do today to make myself more Japanese? Well, Seruri-kun, you can go out to the dojo and train your Japanese martial arts and become stronger. And you can also be sure to meditate and also pray to our one true God Amaterasu. And if you're not part of Shinto religion, you should consider. Oh, Tsuneku-san. ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました for 1,000 yen. Super Sugai. That's amazing. ありがとう. Are there any Shinto shrines in Sweden? No, there aren't. I've talked about this. Oh, Dei-kun, ありがとうございました for subscribing with Prime. Super Sugai. No, there aren't any Shinto shrines in Sweden. I talked about this before. I went to my government building and I tried to talk to them. What do you call a government, local government buildings? I don't know what you call that in English. But I went there and tried to a council. Oh, okay. Well, I went there to talk to them about putting out Shinto shrines. Because I'm a Shintoist. So I want a place where I can go and pray. And they said it was probably not something that would happen. Which is very baka. They're opening up other religions for other religions that aren't real even here, and but they can't do it for Shinto, the one true religion. I guess not. Very lame. Oh, Gugu-san, ありがとうございました for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Super Sugai. Wow, we're getting a lot of subscriptions here now. Amazing. Arigato, everyone. Seph-sensei, one of my friends is not Sugai and thinks Dragon Ball is not a good show. What can I do to convince him to watch the show and prove that the show is Japan's greatest literally IP that inspired what anime has become today? Well, first off, they probably have been conditioned to hate Dragon Ball, because no normal person would think that Dragon Ball is bad. That's objectively wrong as well. It's amazing. You just need to tell them to watch it or read it. It's amazing. Actually, they might enjoy it. Maybe the manga is a good, might be a good one to show how amazing it is. And if they keep refusing, then Tears-han, you have to tell them that you're not interested in being friends with them anymore, and you need to part ways. You need to part ways with each other. You can not have a dangerous person who hates on Japanese culture and media around you. That's not Sugai. Well, my swordlings, that will be it from me. I will be ending the stream here. We've been going for 1.5 hours, and well, I hope that you swordlings go and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. And you can also find me on X, of course. And I will start streaming monthly later as well. So look forward to more content, more videos coming as well on the Sephiroth Sword. Oh, Webustes-san, arigatou gozaimashita for subscribing. Super Sugai. Anyway, yes, that will be it from me. But I hope that you, all of you, have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Sayonara. Oh, sayonara.